Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, join it or something.
Hey everyone, Lucamus Prime here, so it's time for a next episode of Movie Didn't Need a Sequel, and today, guys, I'm going to cover once again another animated movie in this list of videos, and this is an animated movie not made by any of my favourite companies like, Pixar or DreamWorks or anything like that. This time, guys, it's for one of the animated films which is like a non-Disney animated movie or anything like that, and not made by Blue Sky either, or Sony. This is an animated movie which was distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures and is one of my favourites of all time. And this animated movie, guys, is for none other than 2014's The Lego Movie. So, yeah, now, when it comes to a franchise, my personal favourite Lego movie of all time is the Lego Batman movie, my favourite animated movie of 2017, and I really love this animated movie. Really amazing movie. I do also as well like the Lego Ninjago movie as well. In my opinion, an underrated movie. In my opinion, the most underrated animated 2017 movie. And may not come close to the show, but still a very good movie in my opinion nonetheless. I really enjoy the movie. So, now, when it comes to this movie, I do love this movie. It's probably my second favourite overall in the franchise, and a great start to the whole franchise in my opinion, guys. And a really funny movie. Just absolutely hilarious from start to finish, and yeah, it's just absolutely awesome movie, really is, and there's many great likable characters like Emmett, Wildstyle, and also Batman, and also as well Benny, and other people too, like great villains too, like Lord Business and Bad Cop as well, and also the Wizard Vitruvius as well. He's also a great supporting character as well. And yeah, an absolutely amazing movie, and many funny characters too, like for example, Benny's definitely really funny, especially because of Spaceship, and also as well Metalbeard as well. And we even get the Justice League having some cameos too in this, which we go like, Superman and Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, even Flash appears too. But yeah, this is a great movie. And so, on to the topic of why, in my opinion, this film did not need sequels, guys. So, this movie has a really amazing ending. It really does, where it's revealed that, that the whole Lego world is in control of a boy called Finn, of course. And the movie, of course, involves Finn making peace and making up with his father, who is known as the Man from Upstairs, who he's based Lord Business on, which is a pretty cool joke because the Man from Upstairs is, of course, played by Will Ferrell, who also voices Lord Business. So, it's definitely a really amazing ending right there, where they make up, and of course, in the Lego world, everything is all okay now, So, yeah, because through a speech Emmett gives to Lord Business, Finn tells his father that he's very special and he has the power to change everything. Then they reconcile, and then Business in the movie has a change of heart, and he decides not to use the Kraggle to glue everything together, and he unglues his victims. So, and it ends with a happy ending and it has a pretty funny one because Finn's sister joins in and starts playing with Duplo aliens. So yeah, and we see them. Now, when it comes to ending, guys, I like to interpret that as being a setup for the Lego Shared Universe franchise and not for the sequel, in my opinion. Because it means that, you can tell other stories with, the Lego characters in the spin-offs, because this film introduces lots of characters from many different pop culture franchises in Lego form. I mean, Batman, of course, appears as the main character, and he got his own movie. We even got a cameo appearance by the Green Ninja as well, in the Master Builder meeting scene. And that, of course, was a setup for the Lego Ninjago movie. So, you could do all different kinds of franchises in this Lego world, couldn't you, really? So, I like to pretend that this ending was setting up a shared universe, really. And it's probably one of those examples of a shared universe setup which doesn't shove it down your throat. Like, for example, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 or The Mummy 2017 or Scoob. So, yeah. Now, however, though, so after the release, of course, of the two spin-offs, which I really enjoyed in both in the year 2017, probably, in my opinion, examples of a few good movies of that year, for me personally. Sadly, of course, the idea of this movie being a standalone movie which only sets up a shared universe of spin-offs was unfortunately deemed not to be, because in 2019, which was, of course, 5 years pretty late, in my opinion, took too long. We got a big disappointment, in my opinion, which, of course, was the Lego Movie 2, the second part. So, honestly, guys, when I first watched this movie, you know, I did enjoy it when I saw it at the cinema. You know, I thought it was good, but when I look back at it, because it's been on Netflix, I've rewatched it, I've noticed some problems with it, and it's the only Lego movie I do not own. Because in my opinion, compared to the first movie, which is absolutely hilarious movie and one of the best animated movies I've ever seen in my life, this sequel, in my opinion, was a bit of a letdown. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does have good things. For example, the voice acting is still very good. In my opinion, the best part of the movie is still Chris Pratt as Emmett, in my opinion. He'll always be my favourite voice role of Emmett, in my opinion. And also as well, animation is also good as well. And I do like how the animation does look very realistic in this movie. It definitely does look like it's stop motion, even though it's actually not stop motion. And yeah. And however, when it comes to bad quality, so I kind of feel this movie, you know, is pretty underwhelming compared to the original in many aspects, really. For example, I kind of feel the humour can be a bit hit or miss, if you get what I mean, basically. Not really that funny. Doesn't really work for me, to be honest. Like, many of the jokes didn't really work, and I also feel that some characters were also a little bit wasted too. For example, because in the sequel, you've got Lord Business and Vitruvius, and they're both wasted to be in very small roles. Vitruvius, for one thing, only has like one scene at the beginning as his ghost form, and then he gets kicked away, and we never see him again. So that's an absolute waste for them. And why couldn't they have him back in the story as a supporting character guiding Emmett? Yeah, bit of a waste opportunity right there. Lord Business as well only appeared, of course, at the beginning and the end of the movie, because rather than help out in the Duplo invasion, he drives off and escapes. So, like, I thought you changed your character, President Business. Aren't you going to help him out? Yeah. So I wish he did stay to help out. Yeah. I kind of felt it goes against his redemption, really. And also, when it comes to Bad Cop, he also got redemption in the first movie because he turned to a good side as well. And so when it comes to him, he also was also reduced to being only a cameo appearance because he only appears in the Wild West area in the post-apocalyptic Lego world, being carried by, you know, his police robots, and no lines out of him, no dialogue. So yeah, I feel both Vitruvius and Bad Cop were absolutely wasted in this sequel. Two great characters in the first movie just wasted like that. Pretty ridiculous in my opinion. I also as well feel that the character of Rex Dangerous, you can easily predict that he's, you know, like another Emmett for a different timeline, because both the characters are voiced by Chris Pratt. So yeah, I kind of had a feeling he would be connected to Emmett when I first saw the movie, and I was right. So yeah. And there is also some plot holes too, because Emmett begins his journey with Rex to assist our sister in this movie, and later he reunites with Wildstar, now known as Lucy, and has plans to destroy the wedding cake, but only Lucy is with Sweet Mayhem, while Emmett did destroy the wedding cake, although he did make a mistake. Then, once we return to the Rex Celsius, Emmett simply tells to Rex about his backstory upon hearing that Rex is Emmett. And the thing is that why did Rex save Emmett from crashing into an asteroid if doing so would cause Rex to erase from existence? And Emmett became Rex after he crashed into the asteroid, yeah. Also, during Lucy and Sweet Mayhem's fight, when Mayhem's helmet falls off and ends up dangling from a pole, why couldn't she use her jet boosters to, you know, boost herself back up to fly? Yeah, that's pretty confusing. Why didn't you just use what you have on you? Yeah. That's why I didn't really like the character, guys, Jimbo Mayhem, very much, to be honest. I didn't really like her that much. And also as well, even though Rex did disappear from his timeline because Emmett and Lucy reconcile in the climax, for some reason his pet raptors are still there in the ending. So like, why didn't they disappear too? They're not part of the timeline anymore. Yeah. So I feel this sequel, you know, lacked the surprise and the humour that made this movie so memorable, really, because yeah, that's why I think it was underwhelming and, in my opinion, not needed. So yeah, it just feels like, you know, and it also feels like kind of focuses way too much on Wildstar compared to Emmett, who's supposed to be the main character. So you could literally call this movie the Lego Wildstar movie, pretty much. And that would have probably worked better if he did this as a spin-off where it focused on Wildstar. Like, because, like I said, guys, you know, with this franchise, you can tell stories with all these supporting characters. I mean, look at Batman, for example, and the Green Ninja. So yeah, that's why, in my opinion, guys, I like to send the Lego Movie stayed on its own as one movie and just had spin-offs, and that's it, in my opinion. So yeah, because I feel the sequel was very underwhelming and was not needed and disappointing in comparison, and really. But it still has its moments, you know, like the voice acting and stuff like that, and there's some cameos I do like, for example, Bruce Willis as himself, and also Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and reprising his role from the DC Extended Universe, and yeah, there's a few others which are decent too, but some not really that memorable, and some quite underwhelming in my opinion, really. But yeah, so when it comes to what I own, guys, so I of course own the first Lego Movie on Blu-ray, and I also of course own the Lego Batman movie on Blu-ray, my favourite animated movie 2017, my favourite of this franchise. And I also own on DVD the Lego Ninjago movie, which I will probably upgrade to Blu-ray in the future one day, guys. I definitely love to do that, I don't see why not. But I will not be buying the second part, nah, because that movie is a letdown in my opinion, guys, and it makes me feel disappointed with, you know, the original movie, really, because it ruins the original movie in my opinion. So yeah, so yeah, as far as I'm concerned, guys, I like to send the Lego Movie stayed on its own as one movie with only spin-offs after it set up, really. It's also because of this second movie that sadly Warner Bros. Transferred the rights to this franchise over to Universal, so yeah. And apparently a third Lego Movie is in development, guys, but I'm not sure if I want to watch or not, really, because, yeah, the sequel to the first movie is disappointing, so, I mean, I'm hoping this third film will be an improvement, I really hope so. It will repair the damage done by the second movie, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I might probably watch it when it comes out onto streaming, maybe, when it comes out, I don't know, but yeah. But nonetheless, though, in my opinion, guys, the Lego Movie should have been one movie. So, guys, this is me doing the next episode of Movie Didn't Need a Sequel, where I'll talk about why, in my opinion, the Lego Movie from 2014 did not need a sequel, and instead should have had spin-offs instead. So, you know, drill, guys, be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to leave comments what you guys think of the Lego Movie. Do you think it needed a sequel or not? Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe and in the future. If you would like to be a member, you can rest on easy and peasy. That's all you can in the description, and I'll see you all later.